Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more Stormworks Build and Rescue. The last few videos I have been trying to make a rocket seat, whatever you want to call it, for space. So I just want to kind of go over what I have achieved so far. Pretty much there. I just have to put some lights on it, I guess. Alright, so we're able to lift off. And we're able to hold position. And we're able to stabilize. Now, of course, this comes at a huge cost. Right? Obviously, there isn't enough air in this little guy to keep us... right, to keep us going for very long. I'm impressed. Do I have infinite energy on? Let me check here. I do. I have infinite fuel on. So I'll take infinite fuel off. Let's see what our flight time is really short. So I don't know how to extend that. Bigger tank maybe, which means more thrusters essentially on here. Right, we can just do that. There we go. Pretty easy. But again, you can see the flight time is extremely short, right? So this would be like, you obviously wouldn't need that much in space, I'm hoping. But let's test it on the moon. And I will, now that I've learned how to do that, and I will, after that, we'll go through it. And so we select moon, all right. And then we go edit objects, add a vehicle, this one here, there, click on it. Want to make it show on map, true, save that, test. All right, go back into add-on, test location, go to the moon. All right, teleport. Yes, there it is. Gravity is obviously different on the moon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn on... we'll try one with... Let's try it without infinite fuel. And then we'll try it with infinite fuel. So I have... oops, let's see here. Right, gonna need the position hold on that. Whoa, there we go. So 1 and 2, there's stabilizer and position hold. I think 1 is the position hold, and I think 2 is our stabilizer. That's not bad. I'm actually impressed. So, I mean, it has a short flight time. We're in infinite fuel right now, or we are not in infinite fuel. All right. And then we should just slowly... There's no weight on this anymore. I had weight blocks on the last one just to try and... and work something out. Oh, here we go. Crashed into the surface. Cool. So now I think I'm ready to make a little vehicle, a little RCS vehicle that we can use on the moon to do rescues. I think this is going to be the way to... oh, we must be out of fuel. This is going to be the way to go. And then here we can return to the add-on editor. Let's test it again. But let's this time... We'll do infinite fuel. We'll just see if... Oops, I don't want to... I want to teleport here. And then I'll just go over it real quickly. It's actually incredibly simple once you figure it out. Like everything, right? It's simple once you figure it out, but it's hard trying to figure it out. All right. So position hold on. That should let us launch. All right, now we should be able to go forward. So now the other thing I need to do is I need to have buttons on here to rotate, which I don't have. That's cool. Which I don't have yet. Right? So as you can see on the moon. Oh man, this is cool, right? So if this was a vehicle, that had, you know, this is how we're going to be doing rescues on the moon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm flying in space now. But I think this is essentially how we're going to do it. Same with the satellite. The satellite that we launch is going to have these RCS thrusters on it. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to, we'll have to continue to launch to space to recharge it. And that, yeah, but it should be able to, look at that. Whoops, we don't want to do that. So I don't have position hold on right now, or the stabilizers. But if I turn on the position hold and the stabilizers, we'll stop eventually. It takes a bit of gas, but eventually we'll stop. Yeah, and then we'll stabilize. There we go. Now we're stabilized. Ooh. Oh, we're going down, which is fine. Yeah, and then also it's a matter of adjusting adjusting the RCSs themselves, the power that they actually have. Oh, that was hard, right? Like something like that, obviously. It was a hard landing, and now I'm trapped inside. Like if that was a vehicle, it would have exploded, right? So, yeah, that's part of it. And then now, of course, it will be having to adjust the thrusters. All right, so we'll exit this. Now that we're done here, and let's go over the thrusters themselves. So in the last video, what we saw, I had the microcontroller. I had them all on individual connections, right? So what I did was I merged them all together into one big composite on-off. And then these are my buttons here. These are my position hold buttons here, which just go through. So there's still a couple of free positions. I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do for those. These are our rotation buttons. All right, so if we go to composite, I know there's a lot of them, right? So channels 1 through 4 are just regular movement, right? If you want all of them to move along the x-axis, it's 1. The z-axis, that's it, just X and Z. So I don't think that's up and down. That is forwards and backwards and left and right. Channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's just the thrusters themselves. So then if you use the body, it should thrust from, it should take this, all the thrusters themselves should work the same. I think that's right. So that's what I have. I have channels 7 through 18 hooked up, right? So we have the body X, body Y, body Z. And then we have our rotate, X, Y, and Z. So that is, I could add 3 additional buttons here. Well, only 2 actually. Let me see if I can expand it. All right, now I should be able to make the microcontroller larger. So what we want to do is do that, and then we want to add 3 more nodes. And this is going to be rotate X, Y, and Z. Rotate X, Y, and Z, which is 1, 2, and 3, which are these ones here. So now I just need to find out what why do you rotate X is, oh, and then there's 2 directions. So we won't worry about that for now. We'll just do the we'll just stick with the positives. So what do we want? 13, 15, and 17. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13. Let me just taking a moment here, taking a moment. Because we start at channel 8, channel 7. And then I want channel 13, channel 15, and channel 17. All right, so we start at channel 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. I guess I should expand this to 12. There we go. So then I wonder what I must have made a mistake here with this one here. So 7 is and 11 and 12 are, so up and down is channel 9. Which this is up 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, 9, 10 is all we need. Up and down is our, so 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Up and down. And then if we want to go on our x-axis for, we don't want to rotate. We just want to go body x, which is 7 and 8. Which should be A and D. Oh, let me check and see which number's which here. A and D is 1, and W and S is 2. So A and D and W and S. All right, so that should be set up, except for these rotation buttons. And now this one here, so up and down, forwards, backwards, left and right. And then I guess this one here, this could actually be our rotate. Left and right, which I think is channel 4. Let me just up and down is channel 4. Channel 3 is left and right. Okay, so let's see here. So we'll change this to channel 4, which is up and down. And then we'll change this to channel 3, which is left and right. And then what we can do is, instead of this, rotate, rotate, rotate. How do we want to rotate this with the left and right? Maybe on the x-axis or the z-axis? I wonder. Maybe let's just try the y-axis for now. Rotate y is 16 and 17. Is that right? Rotate y. 15 and 16. All right. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 15 and 16. All right, so let's do that then. Save it. Spawn it. Oh, let me update the seat. 1 is rotation stabilization. 2 is position stabilization. All right. All right, so if we turn on rotation stabilization, we should be able to launch. Yeah, and then if I turn on position stabilization, that should hold us. Now, let me make sure we're in infinite fuel. We are. Okay. So now if I try and rotate, yes, there we go. You see that? Now we're able to rotate. Oh, that's exciting. And then we can go forwards. Yes. And then we can go backwards. And we can go sideways. Perfect. And then we can come down. All right, so this thing is set up. This thing is set up. I don't think we need to rotate on any other. Cool. All right, so that's complete. So the final steps is just kind of putting a shell on this. I want to try and expand the tank. I want to see if I can put a large tank in there instead, just to give it a bit more fuel for space. And that's it. So, yeah. All right. I just wanted to put that quick video. Just put out a couple of videos there, just showing me kind of playing around. I was like, okay, you're playing around. What are you doing? So that's what I've done. Is I've chained the. So I don't actually need. All right. Let's slow down here. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. One thing at a time. So we don't need the these. Let me go in there and find out which one. We don't need these 3 buttons here. Z, Y, and X. We don't need those. There we go. All right. So we have our seat, which comes into the microcontroller here. We have our composite numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is W, S, AD, up, down, left, right. And then what we do is we bring those into threshold gates. +1, -1, which is up and down. And then we bring those into a composite, right, on, off. And then we just select the channels that we want from the RCS thrusters. As you can see, there's still some channels that I'm not using. And those are just rotation modes. Right, this will be rotation, probably Z, and this will be rotation X, and vice versa, which we don't need right now. But if you were in a spaceship, you probably would want those two, and then you could just set up a button, right? You want to rotate this way, rotate that way, which is where we're going to be going next. And then that goes out on a single composite to the thrusters. All right, and then down here we have our position holds button, position hold, and the other one there, stabilization. It's that simple. And then we just connect it. Number 1, rotation stabilization. Number 2, position stabilization. And we connect the seat to the composite, and we connect the composite to all the thrusters. So because we're using the body X, body Y, body Z, they're all going to fire at the same time, and they're all going to fire in relation to where the body is. So this was a big ship. It would do the same thing if this was a little ship. And now I'm actually excited because for me, I could easily convert this into a satellite, get rid of that, make it taller, put a lot more of these thrusters on it, and then maybe I'll have a seat in there so we can go inside and we can position it. And then you just put position hold on and stabilization hold on, and it should sit there. And maybe we'll obviously gonna have to figure that out, like because we don't want it to be, if it's just going to be continuously burning air, that's not going to work. It'll burn far more air. I think trying to stay where it is, maybe, not sure. These things are pretty powerful, so it might not. Yeah, so that's kind of the next steps here. Just kind of making this into a bigger tank. I'm not going to be changing any of the composites. For me, that's where it is. Now this might change our center of gravity there is moving a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. I think it's this one here we need. Yeah, we'll probably have to add a little battery to this, get some lights on it, and yeah, just a few bells and whistles. Let's save that, and let's just see how that's going to handle now that we have the new tank on there. I'll take it out of infinite fuel just to. Oh, and then I need to hook up the. It's moving. I need to hook up the tank here. Tank content. All right. I wonder if I have the. Yeah. Okay, so we'll put rotation stabilization on. Oh, that's weird that it just fires. Yeah, so what this has done is this just changed let's change the seat a little bit here. So all these thrusters are probably going to have to go forward by one. Oops. One or two. see if we can get this larger. They may have to go out one as well. They may have to go out from the body. So we want rotation stabilization. Yeah, needs to be a bit wider, I think. But essentially that's it. Well, you know what? Let's forget about that. And let's just do this. Oops. Oh no, this is going to have to stay. Well, we can angle it out from there. Yeah, the bigger tank kind of throws out the obviously it throws out the alignment. Oops. All right. Yeah. So as you can see, as we have more weight, we need to continue to expand. All right. So rotation stabilization. Hey, there we go. It's a little, it seems to be a little more stable on the ground. Seems like obviously with the weight of the tank, it's listing towards the back, right? So probably what I'll need to do is, let's see, just add a bit of weight blocks here to the front. Something like that. All right. It's just a matter of adjusting these. Right, but at the end of the day, it's the microcontroller that matters. So now that we have the microcontroller, I can take this microcontroller and I can put it on anything now, and every RCS vehicle is now going to work, and it's going to be able to rotate. Yeah, this would be cool. Oh, did I? Forget to hook up the rocket. I did. Yeah. All right, still going to need a little bit of weight. Either a little bit of weight or let's see. Maybe that'll be it. As you can see, I'm just moving the center of gravity, trying to move it, or the center of mass. I'm trying to move it forward a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and we don't have... We'll turn on infinite fuel, and then that way I can do position hold. But it looks like we're a little too heavy for it to do position hold and rotation stabilization at the same time. Might need to add... Whoops. That's pretty fast. I might slow that down as well. All right. Oh, nice. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the power. So we're obviously pushing the limits. Now, if I added a few more thrusters to this, yeah, we probably would be able to take off. Right, so there you have it. So this is kind of the start of what will be our recovery vehicle on the moon. Something like that. I could have a couple seats on it. Basically a space helicopter for now. And then we'll turn it into a... Whoop. I actually think I could make an RCS plane, now that I think about it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to put up this video with the commentary just to show kind of what I had done, what I've been working on. And here we are. So now I'm just going to take the next, I don't know, day or so. And I'll try and think about how I can design this into a seat, into a vehicle of some sort. We'll make a couple. We'll make a couple different vehicles and we'll test them on the moon. And that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you found this short video informative. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Like I say, the microcontroller is pretty easy to figure out, and the composite is also pretty easy to figure out for these. And then it's just a matter of playing around, getting it to rotate and be crazy. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one.